What's good, guys? I got my boy Doug with me, and I'm gonna be showing you guys the Tri-Brigade deck. It's one of the meta decks right now, and my boy's been grinding on it, so I'm
Oh
gonna let him
yeah.
take this over. So the first three cards,
Ash Blossom standard hand traps.
yeah, the three draw,
Yeah, hits almost pretty much the entire metagame right now.
and then what's interesting, Alpha.
Yeah, I pick Alpha over Rescue Cat. People usually play Rescue Cat at 2 to increase the consistency even more, but you don't need that in this deck because you're playing so many Tri-Brigades and
Do you think
Tankies.
you never like actually break? You always have the combo.
Usually you always have a combo.
That's what I feel like too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
multiples of any 2 cards usually gets you full combo, which is like ends on Barrier Statue, which now because of V-Dub is completely out of the metagame.
Very
No
true.
deck plays through it like
Yeah,
Barrier Statue
and this
now.
card's just so crazy right now against Dragon Link. It's baiting out two interrupts.
Yeah, I've broken multiple boards game ones where I've lost the roll, but I've opened up alpha and like some plays,
Yeah.
or the literalist, because those cards just summon themselves, so they easily out the entire board.
And then two Imperm. I guess like you just wanted 10 non-engine cards to.
Yeah, I wanted some hand traps.
Yeah.
And Imperm's probably like the third best.
And you could draw it as a 6 card. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Imperm's good. And then the engine itself, 3 Fractale.
Yeah, it's all standard. I think everyone's playing the same list. 3 Frac, 3 Nerval, 3 Karas, and then 2 Kit and 1 Crow for the... People are playing Crow at 3, but I don't think Crow's that good.
So nothing in this engine you would change around?
No. Yeah, that's a perfect engine. You see everything. Fractal is pretty much a 1-card combo. Fractal lets you see any of the other ones because Nerval searches the other ones.
Yeah.
And the Tenkies for the Fractal. So
Fractal's definitely the one that you want to open, right?
you always want Fractal's the only card in the deck that's a 1-card combo because Frac gets you dumps Nerval, which adds Kit.
Yeah,
And then you can
yeah.
use Kit to banish to link into Link 2 and then make that into some more.
And then you get
or-
the whole setup. The
and
setup's
that's,
crazy.
that's the setup by itself. Yeah.
Nice. And then the other engine you play, I don't know if everybody's playing this. The Luralisks.
Right now in the OCG, they cut this for a more pure
But
style.
they have the Link monster, right?
Yeah, because they have
so
the Link
deck
monster.
will be definitely a
So
little
that's
different.
But I wouldn't play this deck if these cards didn't exist because
Okay.
it's so much synergy with the Nerval and their Wing Beast. They can search this plus Frac is like a full combo that plays through any hand trap, even Lancia, because you can end on the Smorg through Lancia with if you open up a bird, and also searches DD Crow in this combo. They also give you access to Zeus, which is huge in specific like game states.
They just special for free,
They
right?
literally- yeah.
They're just literally Wing
Yeah.
Beast that's special for
Warbler
free.
specials, one from graveyard or hand.
Yeah.
So that forces out your opponent to consider if you have. I've been impermed on Warbler once or
Yeah.
twice, and like.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy shit.
I get hand trapped at the weirdest spots because like.
And they also help make the Zeus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All these cards do the same thing pretty much. They all lead to the same point where you want to get to Barrier Statue.
Yeah.
So that's why hand traps are
Barrier
really
Statue's the
awkward.
right card. Yeah.
And I literally wouldn't play this deck like I said if these cards didn't exist.
Do you think Barrier Statue is mandatory?
Currently right now definitely mandatory. Moving forward, with everyone maining like droplets, imperms.
Yeah, because that's definitely all around.
I don't like having just
Even-
Barrier Statue as my one win con. That's why I have some other cards in here to
And-
help mitigate that issue.
Yeah, for sure. What about Avion? I've seen that before. Avion.
I was playing Avion for the longest, even before the ban list, but Avion's such a win more card now. Like, if your some more sticks for 2 turns, you're winning the duel no matter what. Like, I haven't missed it at all.
I feel like if they can't break the field that opening turn,
Yeah,
then the game's over.
then they rarely kind of, like,
Yeah.
ever.
And then the spells, one for
You
one.
1 for 1, summons out any of your birds, summons out Nerval, triggers any of the graveyard effects. Literally one of the best cards.
Yeah. Call by.
Call by standard for combo decks, and it hits Lancia, which is huge. Lancia can really hurt this deck if you don't open up the birds. That's why I don't see why you wouldn't play the birds. Like the birds,
Oh, I see.
like
What do the birds let you do?
The birds just summon themselves, and they're wing beasts, so they're like materials.
So if you're
for
under
Apex.
Lancia, you
Yeah,
can make.
and you can still play with the birds, and you can still end on
climb to the barrier statue.
Yeah, you can still get to the barrier
yes.
statue with the birds.
Yeah.
But if you get Lancia and you don't have the birds, then you're really in an awkward position, and you have to just try to
Yeah.
like make like a see if you can end on the Link 3 that they play, Silver Sheller, and like an Omen, so you can have a banish on your opponent's turn. But even that's
not.
like
Yeah,
that's
not really
sometimes
worth it.
lukewarm, so
Yeah.
it's not even worth it.
And then the rendezvous.
Yeah,
Do you
the-
have to
the
play this
brick.
card?
You don't have to play this card, but I definitely play because it's just free to mill in the combo. Usually Kit sends it,
And it
Kit
just
sends
protects
any,
your
and
monster?
it protects all your linked tri types.
Yeah.
So you definitely. I
Just
feel like
explain
it's
what this does.
mandatory.
I don't know if everybody knows, but it just is supposed to be protecting your
Yeah,
barrier statue.
in the graveyard, yeah, it just protects
full
a
setup?
links. It protects any card that's being destroyed by battle or card effects. So it has niche applications, but it's definitely like worth playing and maining. I wouldn't side it. I don't play Oath.
Do you side this out?
Going second, I usually side this out because I've seen this going first.
Okay.
Seeing this going second, so total break doesn't do
Okay.
anything. So definitely you side this out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't play Oath because Oath requires you to like really commit hard
What
to
does
the
Oath
board.
do?
Oath is the one in graveyard that you banish. If you have to control all three tri types, so Wing Beast, Beast Warrior, Beast, which is sometimes really hard to do in this deck.
Yeah.
So playing Oath is just like a full break because you have to commit like extra hard to the board. You just get nibbed harder, like it hurts more.
Okay.
It's a brick.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense.
I
Yeah,
definitely
that's a good
I
explanation.
don't miss the deck. I don't miss that
Yeah.
card. I mean, so
Okay.
like I'm fine with this. Like
Okay.
this list is like nice.
And then the
Three pots. Yeah, I was playing Jack in the Hand, but
So this is definitely better, right?
this is 100% better. It
Yeah.
searches pretty much all your power
Is this
cards.
mandatory? You think?
I definitely think right now it's mandatory because
Yeah.
you want to search those power cards. You want to search the missing piece of your combo.
Yeah.
You rarely ever draw besides Ferret Jet, but
Do you hit draw for 6? Mill for
I've
6?
been hitting draw for 6 lately.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks of me testing this specific list, I've been hitting 6 mostly all the time, unless I have everything and I'm just digging for something extra. Then I
Okay.
just hit 3.
Okay.
Or I just save it till the end of the combo when I already have combo and just I like try to hit one of my traps or a hand trap.
And it never conflicts with your extra. You have enough.
Yeah, I always have enough of. I play multiples of
We'll
the
get
big,
to it.
like,
We'll get to
like
the
ones.
extra.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I just hit like cards I don't
Yeah.
need with that.
And then the 3 tanky
yeah,
mandatory.
mandatory.
And then this is a little spicy. I don't know if everybody's playing this at 3. Are people even playing this?
People are playing this. It's
Like,
like
just
now.
explain what this does. I don't
So
know
this
if
card's
everybody
pretty much
knows.
like a soul charge on your opponent's turn, or it's a trap. Well, on your turn either. It's just soul charge. It links on your opponent's turn too. So pretty much this card gets you. If you have 4 of anything, it gets you a banish on your opponent's turn. This card's insane. Like
This card just also gives you a follow up because
It
your
gets
Nurgle
cool. Yeah, this card does so
I think
much.
this card is so crazy.
This card does so much, especially right now when the format's a little slower. So this card really shines.
Yeah.
Next
definitely.
set, it's gonna shine even more once you can actually search this card. That's why I played it at 3 now. But this card pretty much on your opponent's turn. If like let's say they do out your, this is why I play this card because if they out your barrier statue, you still have this card to fall back on because this card is a banish on your opponent's turn and it refills your entire hand and it gets stuff engraved.
It's so crazy. When you
So-
started using this card against me, I was just like, this is actually insane, and nothing really just stops this.
Bell's the only card that
The
stops
Bell.
it, but no one's playing Bell anymore.
Yeah, Bell's not
so this card's
good
even more
anymore.
insane. This card just is like a +2/3 on your opponent's turn. I've used this to attack for game a couple times because you can summon any of the Link monsters. It's just a really good card overall.
Okay, so that's the main deck. You want to go through the side? I know like the side deck changes around, but how do you feel about your side deck?
My side deck, I think it hits everything that I need it to hit.
Okay, so 3 Lancia.
3 Lancia
I
standard
think that's
for
in
most.
every every deck.
Dragon, Pang.
Pangatrops.
Pang's like another alpha.
Yeah.
I think alpha's better than Pang, but I like Pang's
Oh,
quick
really?
effect.
Oh, and maybe in your deck specifically. Too.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I still like Pang's quick effect, so that's why I still have it in as instead of a third alpha.
Ruler.
Ruler for combo.
In your deck, like if you just ruler them and can combo, like you win the game too.
Yeah, I
And
can
against Dragon Link.
Yeah, I can ruler, break their board. If I open up the lyric list, I can just make Zeus send.
Yeah.
So that's why I think ruler is definitely like really nice in this, and I can also search it off pot. Which is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And then Duster.
Duster for back row.
Yeah.
Order for
Order.
going first.
And then 2 evenly.
I played 2 evenly, 3 and the reboot
Yeah.
instead of a third evenly. Because
Reboot's so crazy. I think you have to fit
reboot's
it.
crazy,
Yeah.
so you definitely have to play it. It just stops the entire
And
back
then you
row.
just Zeus them too.
And then evenly does the same thing. It pretty much stops an entire back row. It stops an entire field if they wasted negates. You could probably switch this for storms, for lightning storms, but evenly hasn't been like terrible.
And then the 3 Judgment. I
And
think
then-
that's fine.
Yeah, 3 judgments going
Whenever
first.
you go first, yeah.
So it just secures your board going first, and it's just a good standalone card. It hits it like
Yeah.
1-for-1s very well. And I was playing Heartbeast Featherstorm over this.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was
What
playing
happened to
Heartbeast
that
Storm over this. But the issue with Storm is that if I get nibbed,
the trap card.
yeah, the trap card that pretty much says if you control
The
a wing
Heartbeat
beast,
card.
a wing beast, it negates your monster effects for your turn. It's very it's very win more now. I feel like because if you commit to the board and they just save their nib, and you don't have Apo, you just lose everything.
Yeah,
And then
very true.
that becomes a dead card. At least with this in this scenario, I can just set Judgment still, and it can
Yeah.
just at least 1-for-1.
For sure. And then the extra deck.
Extra deck,
Linkaribo.
Linkaribo over All Mirage because you play more level 1s.
2 of this.
2 Ferret Jet standard. 3 Silver Shell. You only need the 1. It's terrible. Omen, which is like the best
One
card.
of this. One silver.
Yeah, you only need 1 Silver
Yeah.
Sheller. 2 Omen. You could even play 3 of these. This card's insane.
It really
I
is
banish
insane.
1 off pot sometimes going first. But there's times where you need 1 to go through your combo going first.
Yeah.
It searches anything in your deck if it's sent to graveyard and you have the equal amount banished
for
or
sure.
less. So that's my entire deck pretty much. It banishes on your opponent's turn, banishes on your turn. It's just a very insane link 4.
Yeah. And then the Ancient Warrior.
Ancient Warrior. For
It's
the
part
combo.
of your combo, right?
Yeah, it's part of the combo. It's a bounce. It protects your barrier statue.
Well, the combo is the Ancient Warrior with
the standard, the
statue.
standard board
the
is
standard,
some
like
more.
with the one fractal.
Yeah, with one fractal. Well, you need one fractal and and a warbler warbler. That's like the best combo that plays through all the hand traps. That ends on Samorg, Apex, Avian.
If you play.
I mean, my bad. Samorg, Apollo, Appaloosa, the Double Dragon Lords, and Barrier Statue protected.
Yeah.
That's like the best board with those two cards.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it plays through all the hand traps because if they nib you, you can still play
then,
off. Because you don't normally. You save your normal summon until the very end.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yep. And then the conductor.
Conductor, because there's some like weird hands where you don't open up the birds, so you open up like multiples.
Is this just to make a generic link too? Is that what the purpose really is?
Well, this card lets you pivot into the Samorg because Samorg needs a link too. So you just cheat this out, and then you use whatever you use to cheat it out, and that to make the bird Samorg, which gets you into Barrier Statue.
And then the Samorg. I think everybody really knows what this does. This is one of the win conditions of the game.
Yeah, it's the main win condition.
Access code.
Access code when you're trying to go for game.
Another win condition when you're going second.
Yep, going second. Doom Eagle is another good card. It hits some graveyard monsters.
It hits Eldritch.
It hits Drytron.
You could just randomly shuffle in random.
You can make this under Barrier Statue, which is huge.
Oh.
So it becomes 4,800 when you have no when your opponent has something in their graveyard. So you can just push the game with this. The Samorg and Barrier. That's game. That's 8,200.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know.
And then you can use this to go into access code, which makes access 5,300, which is huge. And then you can just banish it to pop.
And then Appaloosa, we already talked about this. The Lyralist.
Yeah, the Lyralist like standard for if you're playing level 1s.
And then the one that searches the.
And then, that one searches any level 1 wing beast.
Yeah.
So there's.
I think there's not much to say about that. And then the Zeus, everybody knows what this
Zeus
is. This is the whole package, I think, right?
Yeah, literally those 3 cards have been insane.
All right, guys. So, do you have anything else to say about the deck, or? What do you think about it? Like, do you think it's a contender?
I definitely think it's a contender, especially right now with like Revolt being able to play Revolt, because once everyone's playing like Droplets and Dark Ruler, so they're always hitting
cards
Droplets,
on the field.
all the cards on the field. So then you let your opponent commit more to the board, and then you just omen them. You banish a card. You usually banish like their main point of interaction, and then that's gonna trigger your Nerval and Kit.
It definitely got better. The deck definitely got
a lot better,
this
especially with Virtual World being hit. Like nothing plays under Barrier Statue. Barrier Statue stops every deck. Even back row decks, like you can't play under Barrier Statue. You can't use Ice Dragon Prison. You can't use any of it.
Yeah, there's so much. Yeah.
So that's why, and you can play under Barrier Statue too. So it doesn't even hinder you really.
Okay.
So I definitely think the deck's like a tier, like 1.5, maybe 2.
Right after Dragon Link and
it's definitely it's definitely.
I think that's where it is.
Those decks.
Yeah. So guys, let us know what you guys thought about the deck. Like, subscribe, and we'll give you guys more deck lists like this. Stay tuned.